guess it was. But I guess not.
You can't be up here coughing. You got to get that right. Edit that out. Now that you edit out.
Welcome to another episode of Nothing's Ever That Serious. We got a sign.
Yep.
We got a hoop.
That's right.
And we got a different recording schedule.
We do.
You know, we normally record on time, but I think tonight we're kind of on CP time.
That's right. That's right.
And that might be because we have another special guest this episode. Because, you know, we gave everybody a time to show up, and it's well past that time.
Yes. You were actually ready.
I was.
Okay.
I was on time this week.
That's right. That's right.
And I guess when you bring 4 black people together in a room, you're going to start a little late.
Whose fault is this?
You're going to start a little late. But like I said, we got a special guest here tonight. I'm very excited about this guest.
That's right.
But before we jump into that, you know, continue to like and subscribe. We're still on the road to 1K subscribers.
That's right.
And should we continue our guest of the week?
Yes, we should.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and quickly, because I'm real excited to have this guest on tonight. So we're going to quickly do the All-Star Fan of the Week.
Viewer interaction comes first.
Yes.
Let's get to business.
And this week, it's, can you read my handwriting this week?
Y'all's good.
Close. It's, Yo, what's good?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is,
Yo, what's good?
Yo, what's good?
good?
That's actually my cousin. And he's been with us since day one.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, the Nets is actually international now. Cause
You don't say.
yeah, I had a funeral. My uncle just passed away, so I had some. Thank you. I had some family come into town from Holland and from Amsterdam, and we got to talking about the pod. And they said they took some of our cards and said they're gonna distribute them overseas.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wow, that's what's up.
Yeah, it was a sad event. You know, he was in his 90s.
Okay.
And it was sad to
All
see
right.
him go. It was a little different too because he chose cremation over burial. Yeah, so we had a nice little get together afterwards, and they kind of set him on the table next to me. And you heard me coughing before the pod, and somebody took the top off and
Okay.
and
Ashes kind of blue.
yeah, but you know, rest in peace to my uncle and and to my family who I got to meet for the first time from Amsterdam. You know, the Nets made their way overseas.
Yes,
and
we did.
Shouts out to my cousin, you know, for supporting the podcast. So we have a guest today.
We do.
Whenever we have a guest on, sometimes you like to do your own research.
Yes, I like to give the people a rundown of you know who we have on our hands, because y'all should come on now. This is
Yeah, y'all should know. So
y'all should know.
Yeah,
Okay.
We have a teacher on our hands.
a teacher.
She happens to be an adjunct Bible school
Okay.
professor at 2 churches.
At 2 churches.
One-
Okay.
Very nice.
Episcopalian and the other one non-denominational.
Okay.
Got a bill passed to eliminate off-brand 2-ply toilet paper.
Okay.
Hey, that's a good one.
'Cause-
listen.
Right.
It's not really 2-ply, it's like 1.5, but
Okay.
it's stalled in Congress, but it has legs. This is interesting. Your coleslaw won best of show at the
You know what? I don't even eat
Pumpkin
coleslaw.
Festival?
What
This
is
is
these
crazy.
facts that ain't facts?
wait.
You know what?
These are a list of your accolades.
Oh,
No, it
wait,
ain't.
hold on.
Cut it up.
This is Deonna Whitlock.
This is the wrong okay.
I knew it.
Shouts out to you though, because that's an interesting
Shouts out.
You've done a lot. So wow.
I'm not dealing
we
with
might
them
have to get
today.
your eyes checked because
I'm not dealing with them
this
today.
this is not the first time you made that mixed up.
I'll get better. My apologies.
But today we have Deonna on our podcast. Let's go ahead and give her a round of applause. Thank you so much for being here, even though it wasn't at the recommended time.
Okay.
You know, we'll start when you get here. You're our guest of honor. So I just kind of wanted to talk about like how we all met.
True.
And how I met our guest. We all met in film school.
We did.
Right.
It was a master's program, so
Right.
the professor we had at that time, she was moving fast.
Very fast.
So it was the first week of film school, and she already assigned us an assignment. She was like, go out and get 10 shots.
Yep.
She said, go out and get 10 shots before next week.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I don't even know how to turn the camera on. I haven't even met nobody.
We ain't know nobody. I don't
didn't-
think any of us
yeah.
knew anybody in that class.
None of us.
They don't wait for you.
They don't
No.
wait. So I like scrambled together, and man, I put together this. I might still have it. I'm gonna pull it up. It was
What
like,
was it? Wait.
it was it was really bad.
It was
I don't
bad.
know if
I
you remember.
believe it.
But you remember we watched it in class. You know,
We used to watch everybody.
we had to watch everybody. So remember, we had like people in our class who had experience already, and they were kind of cheating.
Like they were like beyond
they-
experience,
right.
and it made me feel so amateur.
Well-
Even though I was, because I know I was amateur.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, because I was like, I showed mine.
Mm-hmm.
This is after we had seen some of the experts,
Yeah.
and I was like so embarrassed. I was like, I don't think anybody's is gonna be as bad as mine.
Lo and behold.
I was like, it can't get any worse than mine.
Not you trying
And
to set
then
it
the
up like
teacher
this,
said,
though.
let's pull up Deonna's. Let's pull up
and instantly,
and instantly, I didn't feel as bad.
First of all,
I said,
I got a round of applause at the end of mine.
I was like, I at least recorded mine on a DSLR. She might have used an iPhone or a flip phone.
I got a round of applause, and you was the first one clapping, so you
you stood up.
I
started
stood
to slow clap, too.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that would. I was like, let's take the attention off mine. Hey, y'all see this?
you trying it.
It was experimental. Wait, you were trying. What were you trying on that one?
First of all, we was also in a
Matter of fact, we
group
gonna show that one too.
Yeah,
because she was so like big on showing each other's like.
Right.
I guess like videos to each other,
Right.
the ones that she really liked. She
to,
was like,
to encourage
to
us.
encourage us, which was very encourage, but at the same time, it was like
She would, because she would. I remember she would be like, "See, Deonna, you could make something like this one day."
No, she was like, Drew, if you was in
That's what you're
film.
But to see like all of our growth from
Oh yeah.
that
Yeah.
The beginning to
from
now.
the beginning till now
Yeah.
that fast, and I think that was her strategy in doing that. She was like, I'm gonna throw them right in. It's like
Yeah.
sink or swim.
That's right.
It was.
And like seeing your growth, your senior project that you did
Oh, yeah.
after birth. Yeah, have you seen it? You saw
That's
it?
right. That was great. That was great. We
Yeah, you
was
helped
on
me
set for
work
that.
Yeah,
on
can we
it.
pull up? Can we pull up like a little? Do you have a clip? Like,
Of
can you cut?
course.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we'll pull up a little
Excellent
clip.
work.
Just you have it like a trailer. Yeah, so we'll
Great writer.
pull
I
up
can
a
see you
little
my
bit
trailer.
of trailer. Okay.
Double
That was
duty
dope.
because you had another person casted.
I felt like I had the worst experience with like casting somebody, and then
Mm-hmm.
he just like ditched me
Okay.
literally the day of.
Right.
But that's how it was for Afterbirth.
Right.
I legit had somebody that was like perfect.
Did your scheduling go kind of how tonight went? Because maybe they were
Man, my schedule was on
maybe
time, honey.
maybe they were there, and then when you
Okay.
got there,
Well, Drew, I
Like-
mean, listen, you was on my set late. You wouldn't
because
have known.
I already knew what it was.
You didn't bother to show up on
I
time.
didn't bother the show because I was on pretty much all of your sets.
You were.
And then so I would get there,
Wow.
and then so I would get to her call time would be like 9, 10. It's already late, and then
You get there, you don't see no grip truck.
I don't see no grip truck.
The lies we tell. But like we got it done. But I just feel like my favorite set was my senior project, which was
That's right.
Afterbirth, because
That
I just
was a
felt
lot
like
of
that
fun.
one was just so seamless to a sense.
Right.
It was just miraculous, like how
it all came together.
yeah, Marcus and his wife came through for
Yes.
me. So
Yes.
But how did you end up at like you? I knew that you were like a dancer. We can dig through her Facebook and find some of those.
that was
some of those
undergrad. I
were a
danced in
dancer?
undergrad.
It was like a baton.
No,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
a
yeah.
dance girl. I never had an object.
You did the what's
My
the
body was my object because I was a dance girl. We did not
Right.
have no
She-
flag, no majorette. You irk.
She
first
used
of
to
all.
do the what's that
What was
movie
it
you like
again?
with Nick
Like
Cannon?
Drumline.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Don't even try to imitate
Okay.
it. Don't even try. it.
Greatest movie of all time, by the way.
Okay, I love that movie.
What can you I don't know a lot about that kind of
What, van life?
yeah, like band life.
Well, first of all, where did you go undergrad? Did you go to HBCU?
No, I went to
Okay, so you would never
PWI.
understand.
Right. I wanted to ask you about that actually because I don't know a lot about because I be seeing her in her photos and we were actually supposed to shoot last week and you said it's what did you say it was?
What?
You said what is your Greek? It's like y'all.
Oh,
always be
Delta. Oh, it was our Founders Day.
yeah, it was Founders Day.
Yeah, it was our Founders Day.
Yeah, I was an athlete, so
That's right. That's right.
Wasn't it one or
Shouts
the
out
other?
to the
Like,
athletes.
you couldn't pledge if you were like
Why not?
you could.
if you had it at the PWI schools, I mean, it all depends. I mean, the Greek life is everywhere, but it all depends on the university that you was at. See, I didn't do undergrad. I did grad.
If you had it at the PWI.
You pledged in grad school.
It wasn't a grad school. They call it grad because pretty much you're an adult. You're not in undergrad no more, so they consider you grad. Like you're in the grad chapter now. Okay. So that's what the differentiation of that means. So I'm grad chapter because I crossed
say that again?
over a year ago. Grad chapter.
Oh, wait, no. But how did you,
I'm lost.
What?
I'm just as lost as you.
So you're like an alumni, pretty much.
Exactly. It's not alumni.
There you go, Guru.
It's
That's
not
all we
alumni, but it's like you're literally like you can either cross Divine Nine, which is a Greek sorority and fraternities. Okay. You can do an undergrad.
Okay.
But if you don't do it in undergrad, you have your whole life to still do it, and they call that the graduates. Okay. So like literally, you're graduating. You're an adult. Okay. So they call this like
So you're like an honorary member. You're not like really in there.
No, I'm not an honorary member.
Do you have your paperwork with you, or can we verify this through
Because
the bureau?
Insecure, they got in trouble for like wearing the.
That was like a whole mess with the AKA.
It was false claiming.
Yeah, there was false claiming. It sounds like that's what you're doing.
You better go ahead. You trying it right now. You better keep right on your kneecap real quick.
You're having surgery in a week.
So you didn't have to like pledge or like...
Yes, you pledge.
Okay.
Yes.
Do they really do the hazing and stuff like that?
No, we didn't do the hazing. No.
Okay.
There's no such thing.
Really?
There's no such thing.
Good job. She media trained.
We're truthful to our audience on this podcast.
No such thing.
There's no such thing.
There's no such
thing.
But
you will earn your letters.
So you went to a HBCU?
Virginia State University.
Okay.
All right.
I think I've been there before.
You probably ain't. No, you ain't.
No.
Because you would know.
That's in the...
I wanted to, yeah.
I think I did. It was like... It's a big like farm. It's like a big... Like there's corn and crop. They got a football team, right?
You tried it.
they play football there, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm sick.
It's been some years. It's been some years, but I think I had.
Of course, we have a football team.
I want a friend.
It's a HBCU. We all have football team. You tried.
So I think I went to a football game, but like it's many years ago. I don't remember. So
you don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
By the way, what's the cheerleaders? The woo hoo.
Yes, the woo woo.
Woo.
Jay know.
I'll tell you what, they earned the name.
Know.
Woo. God bless.
A lot of people do reference like the woo woos with Virginia State University,
God.
like they do, because they're like some bomb cheerleaders.
Do you have any connections to the group? Yeah,
it's some of them that I'm really cool with.
You know, if I go through the roster, probably make
CJ, the ones that I'm cool with are like married with kids.
Oh, okay.
Is that a deal breaker for them?
What? I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
You were some.
Woo.
Shout out to the woo girls.
Woo. I wanted to go to Virginia State because they had a nice campus. It was like y'all.
But he wanted to play basketball, so he had to go somewhere where.
First of all,
somewhere that would take him.
Our basketball team was decent though. You should have transferred.
Y'all had a great basketball.
You probably could have helped them stay hydrated.
Well, we beat them, so they was thirsty.
and dry they sweat off.
The water boy.
Shouts out to collegiate athletes.
I'm so weak. Right. No, for real.
But yeah, so you went to a HBCU. Mm-hmm. Wow, I'm learning a lot about you. All right, and then after that, you did some acting.
Yep.
No, not acting. I'm gonna say modeling. You were a model first.
I was about to say I had a crazy transition.
Okay, so you went from dancing
to like modeling. Like after I graduated undergrad, I did feel like I was gonna become somebody's model. I did all these runway shows and all these like different photo shoots that were like almost like a waste of time to a sense. But I didn't feel like it at the time that it was a waste of time because I felt like, I'm
felt
pushing
like the modeling
my career. At the time, I mean, thinking back,
I thought it was legit because I saw you there first, the modeling.
Right.
Because I was looking at the Circuit City paper. You was holding a laptop. You was
like, but no, see, so pause.
For the holiday paper.
Pause. Like in the beginning, like around.
And Circuit City closed, right?
I'm about to say, because I ain't never been to Circuit City. But like,
she was in Kohl's.
But see, the first time of modeling. First of all, no. Y'all got the wrong stores.
Yeah, the scarf.
I got the wrong store.
Kmart.
It was not that either. Worse some.
What they sell at Kmart?
They ain't even got Kmart out no more.
Yeah, their ads put them out of business. People weren't showing up.
No, see, I wasn't even at that point then.
Yeah.
Because I graduated undergrad and went 2012.
Okay.
And then after that, it was like, okay, I want to pursue modeling, Because I was going for Fox 43, like the Face of Fox or whatever.
Okay.
When they had like first started it. So I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to be on TV, blah, blah, blah.
That came on after 106, right?
With what's his name in the basement?
You heard.
She was trying to take.
I did. I wanted to do stuff like that, but you heard.
She wanted to do like TRL and.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, honestly, I did. I knew. I just knew I wanted to be in front of the camera.
Let's hear it. Let's see you introduce music. Introduce.
Let's do a segment.
Tyler Kemp's new music video.
Who?
Dang, why she do Tyler
That's
like
crazy.
that? Tyler was one of
This is Jonathan.
Yeah, he has a cousin called.
You don't know my cousin.
You don't know his cousin?
He's hot.
He's
up and coming.
Yeah,
Can we get that on the soundboard?
Yeah, can we?
He's coming up.
He's only got a few songs out, but they're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a rapper.
It's just tender though. I can't be catching feelings. My name is Tyler Kemp. Damn, I'm catching feelings. It's been 2 months now. You're all I think about. I made a new account with Indigo to seek you out.
All right, introduce our podcast. Let's hear you introduce us.
Okay, you guys, we're about to introduce you to this whack podcast.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm about to change the channel. Next.
How y'all do y'all intro?
Unhook the TV.
Hey, everybody, we're here for the next podcast.
I might break the TV. I just
Right here for the next podcast.
Anybody else want to watch something?
I don't need cable no more. Can you please take my...
I think you could take Drew's job. That was
Oh, man.
True.
That was
Oh,
better
no.
than how he brings it.
I'm
in.
a fan favorite.
See, this is why this is my friend over here.
I'm a fan favorite.
You better go ahead.
All right, HBCU.
You are a fan favorite.
You are married now.
I am.
To a minister.
Shouts out.
So I don't know if I can. I was gonna say I've seen some of the modeling pictures. No disrespect,
First of all,
sir.
that was years
No-
ago.
They always say that, but when they get married, this was before I got married.
Right.
Classy.
Like
They were
what's her
classy.
name? Who just got divorced from the guy that I met?
Meagan Good and
Oh,
Devon
man.
Franklin. Your
Right.
idol.
Still here.
Your idol.
Please check out that episode.
Do you
What?
what's the word? Relate to Meagan in any way? Marrying
I'm not going to lie. When she first did marry Devon Franklin, I did feel like I related to her in
Really?
so many ways.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because like I said,
only-
I've seen some of your
First
old modeling
of
pictures.
all. But no, seriously though. But that's
Do you
what
mind
I
if we
was
pull
saying.
one of these
said
up
you were
for
a dancer?
for clickbait?
No, I
Did you
met
meet him when you were dancing?
Y'all was so stupid. No, I met him. Me and him went to the same
He
middle
came
school.
in with the congregation money.
His parents are like the bishop, of their
Okay.
own church and everything. So he's a PK.
What's that mean?
Pastor's
Pastor's
kid.
You know
Oh,
it.
okay.
That's why you ain't in church. You terrible. How you not know a PK, Drew? Terrible. But he's a PK. So honestly, marrying him or even just dating him, you did kind of have to feel like you had to like fit this role.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, at that time, I was doing like modeling and taking
Right.
all these pictures and doing what I wanted to do.
Well, Circuit City wasn't that risky. But
It's not Circus City, stupid. It wasn't even, but in the beginning when I started, it's like I just wanted to like be known, be out there and take all these
Right.
pictures and everything like that. So honestly, even when I went to church, sometimes I didn't have like the right attire all the time. So
they had the newspaper. They be looking at her like,
they didn't have
this
the
you with the razor?
Right.
With the razor phone? She was like,
And literally, it's like sometimes like, this ain't the right outfit. I mean, I had
Right.
to honestly learn. I was still young, and
Right.
that's why I do feel like I could relate to Meagan Good
Right.
because she was criticized for years just by like her attire, but people are forgetting who she was before she even married
Right.
Devon Franklin. So I definitely
Yeah, she was the
agree.
naked girl in the music video.
She was a naked girl a lot of times. So yeah,
I
she
heard
definitely got
getting
criticized.
naked. She's getting naked in her new
oh
show.
man.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I heard about the sex
it's,
scenes.
Yeah, I heard the sex scenes.
Whoa.
You think
Yeah.
that had anything to do with?
Honestly, I I don't.
Really?
Because I feel like he knew he married. He married
That's
her.
the thing, though, because I think the term people are saying is like they weren't equally yoked from the beginning. So although he had faith that eventually she would get to that point, and he was patient with her and never judged her, he's like, we're 10 years in and you still...
Oh, it was 10 years they was together?
That is kind of true because they did
They had
practice
they
safe
just
sex.
wait.
Yeah,
No,
they
no,
did the wait.
Yeah,
That whole
they had the
book.
book the whole
They didn't
wait.
even have sex. So that's true. And that was, I think, a different
Right.
thing for her.
Right.
And that's
so
almost like,
it sounds like it backfired.
I don't think you are so foolish. No, I don't think it backfired at all.
So just do it. Get out.
Don't wait.
See if it's good. See if it's good.
Because do they have to drop a new book now? Say, don't wait. The unwait.
That's so funny because I was thinking that, like, yeah, they got a couple books together. I think they got 2 books together.
Is it? I don't know, but it's a lot of like stuff going around about them on like speculations on why they got divorced. But I don't think it's about that TV show because he knew she's an actress, so she's gonna have sex scenes.
Right.
So I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Well, we ain't here to talk about Dan. We here to talk about
Me.
We here to talk about you.
Yep.
Yo, what you say? Circuit City commercials.
Circuit City.
First of all, it was Dollar
She
Tree.
had like a okay.
Oh, okay.
Cause you keep saying some Circuit City. It was Dollar Tree.
Because you wasn't you had like a sidekick phone and you was like texting on it, like, but you was looking at the camera.
No,
remember that.
crazy.
Okay, so dancer to model and then acting,
Right.
and you did do a lot of like commercials. I seen you in a few
did.
like commercials and
What commercial was it?
she
that was good enough. That was good enough.
Alright.
Plenty of commercials I did actually. Yeah.
What? How did you get? Okay, so you were like, you didn't see where the model thing would go. How did you get into that acting? Is that through the same agency? I assume you
No,
had an
I
agency.
never had an agent when I
Okay.
first started just taking pictures and doing all these random runway shows and fashion shows. No, I never had an agent. I think I got tired of spending money.
Okay.
When you realize like you're just putting so much out.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with like investing in yourself, but I feel like I was investing in the wrong field to a sense. Because you know what, modeling, they're so particular about your body. And I'm like, bruh, I can act. Like, I can do other things. And you don't even have to get like judged about your body type. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want. So that's when I looked into an agency.
Okay.
And I actually got with like 2 different agencies, and that's where all the commercials came from.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
the
All right.
ads and
That's
stuff
right.
like that in the Circuit City
Mhm.
that I was not in.
Circuit City.
That y'all see in a lot of different commercials that I did. So
Okay.
that is like where it became profitable, and I'm like, I'm not
Okay.
wasting my time.
Right.
I'm actually building a resume.
And then I'm gonna guess from there, being on set, and you probably were like, "Wow, this is pretty cool. I like this environment." Is that what led you to be like?
Honestly, yes and no.
Or, all right, let me take a second guess. Or you saw yourself on TV and you were like, maybe I would do better behind the camera.
I'm not like you, because I know that's what you thought. Okay, that's what you thought.
Maybe you had to come. Maybe you had to come to. Maybe you had to come to Jesus moment.
You saw yourself and said, "Yo, I really can't act."
She was like, y'all, come look, I'm on TV. It was mad quiet in the room. She was like, man, maybe I should be the cameraman.
Is the TV on? Y'all seeing this?
You are, first of all.
That's me. And they all
Uncle Jerry, you don't like.
He like, let me go get some more of her coleslaw.
I'm weak. Y'all is stupid. No. I think it was more so like just trying to get like different acting gigs. Because every time you do acting, of course you got to audition.
Right.
And a lot of things I was just getting told no to, or I just
Right.
want to hear anything back from them. And I'm like, you know what? This is kind of getting like old. Even though I never stopped, it was just kind of getting old. So I'm like, you know what? There's money in doing production as well. So maybe I should just go to school for it. Because it's not like I knew all the ins and outs. So I wanted to go to school to kind of like get more knowledgeable in that field. So that's where that came from.
Okay.
Because even when I went to school, I never stopped like doing my gigs and stuff like that.
Because when we started together, you were still.
I was still very much
you were
so
busy.
into it. Yeah.
You were working a lot in the. Did that help? Or no? Did you get more connections from school?
Definitely, I feel like I got
Okay.
connections because I feel like I met y'all. Like,
Right.
started to like getting more knowledgeable in different things, and of course you're doing short films because you have to.
That's right.
You had to do it unless you was gonna fail. So that helped. And then at that, I felt like the professor at the time, she saw that, because I only went in for production. I never went in for directing when I first started. I'm like, I'm just going to go in for production. Right. 2 years be out. But then the professor was like, no, like, I see you're like really good with directing. Because at the time in my church, I did my first stage play. Okay. And I always did the Christmas stage plays. And I like loved it. Like I had found like a true love in like directing actors. So I'm like, this is fun. And I was just talking to her about it. And she actually pushed me in the direction to do directing.
That was sad when she left though too, because they removed her for leading students down the wrong career path.
I'm glad I was out before that,
boy. She wasn't being upfront about students.
Man.
Well, she was like very helpful to me. I don't know about you.
Wrong advice.
Wrong advice.
I don't know about you.
She was like, you want to direct? Go ahead, try it.
I see a future for you in this.
I see a future. She was like, me?
Really?
I see you going from these Circuit City commercials to directing.
Think bigger.
First of all,
think Radio Shack.
First of all, you irk.
Think Best Buy.
You never had a conversation
Where'd
with
you
her,
get your TV? Best Buy?
Y'all irk.
You was killing them tech ads. But
first of all,
but yeah, I'll just say one more thing about so you said you transitioned from a HBCU to a PWI. Was it difficult? Did you go from like having to ask your professor questions to like asking them like, you know, for clarification on some of your assignments? You know, because that could be a rough transition.
No, seriously though, honestly, in all foolishness,
let me ask you a question.
Can I meet you in your office? What's your office hours? I found myself doing that at least once or twice.
Do you watch Insecure?
I love Insecure.
Okay. Do you remember on season 1 when Molly's the attorney, right?
Right.
Do you remember? This is kind of like a personal question for me because somebody pointed out to me that I code switch a lot. So they'll be like, when I'm with one group, I'll act a certain way or talk a certain way. I don't know if you remember on Insecure, Molly was telling the secretary, because they worked in an all-white lawyer office, and she was like,
and her friend was real ghetto.
Girl,
what you mean?
She's like, come into my office. You can't talk like that around them. And she's like, what you talking about? They love me.
Okay.
She's like, they love me. Yeah. Do y'all feel like, I mean, because we're all, you know, people of color. Do you feel like
we black?
We black. When you in that environment,
you yellow. but yeah.
Do y'all feel like that you do that, or is that just me?
No, I know I code switch, and honestly, I realized that about myself though. If I'm talking to like a white person that I don't know, I do find myself actually talking more proper or to their understanding. So honestly, for that Married for Mayor intern that we had, pretty much that was like pretty much a predominantly like white cast.
Okay.
So, like, you know, like people walking around, productions and all that.
Right.
So I found myself at times really feeling like I had to kind of like code switch a bit. Because when we did, like once we were finished, absolutely.
Golly.
But like once it was over.
Oh my God, thank you.
Did you have to like, I don't know, put your hands in your pocket to like, cause right now you like my arm kind of bruised because you just your hands going all over the place.
You
so like,
you know what?
I think sometimes it's about race, but sometimes it's just about being a professional environment.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
And I think that's what Molly was trying to tell her. It's like we're in an office sometimes in a professional environment.
Yeah.
That's the only time I feel myself if I make adjustments. Is this a professional setting? And if it is, just me being in professional settings, I don't really care to be outgoing or anything like that. Anyway, I just stay to myself.
I wanted to ask you though. So you said, you know, you're on this path, modeling, acting, directing, making great films.
Right.
I haven't seen you because we're checking for each other's work. I haven't seen you. I know you did a couple plays for your church, but you know, where are you now just in terms of your career, your film career.
I know, right? It's
what's
honestly
going on?
like I feel like my film career has been like at a whole standstill to a sense.
Really?
Okay.
Yes, and I could just be like very transparent. I just feel like before I got married, I was like on it. You know what I'm saying? I was still engaged, but I was like on it, like doing a lot of gigs, like in LA, Atlanta, like just doing stuff. Then, you know, I felt like when I got married, I still was getting gigs. So everything was still good because I had did the
You couldn't do kissing scenes no more, but you were still going, you were still working.
I mean,
She had to wear a turtleneck.
Matter of fact, I was on it. You did a kissing scene in the film. You remember that?
It wasn't even a real kissing scene, though.
She had to sign a waiver, all that.
It was not. No.
The boy had to get tested. The boy had to get tested.
It wasn't even like a real kiss.
It was supposed to be
scene.
like
They made it seem like
it was like supposed to be a peck. And the director was like, cut. Deonna's still in there. They was like taking the clapper thing, like, cut.
Oh my God,
Man,
you are lying. First of all, he's a liar. Number two, what was
Just
like
kidding,
literally?
Pete. Just kidding, PK.
But do you know? Cut.
We'll edit that part. We'll take that out for you.
You're an idiot. First of all, Tony was a dope director too.
right.
Like he had a really creative mind.
We gotta get him, man, because I don't remember him. He hasn't been doing stuff lately either, right?
Because he got married.
Y'all are so stupid. Honestly, where is he at?
We talked about that on our pod. We were like, I think that was episode 1.
But where is he?
We were like, are y'all getting married or y'all he got married?
I know, but after that, nobody's seen him. Anything?
That's what
we had to go looking for. We had to go looking for you.
Man, he went quiet.
we wanted you on the pod. We had to send out a whole search party.
Have y'all seen?
Have y'all seen this woman?
We've been trying to get you since episode 3.
Y'all are annoying. First of all.
All right, so you got married.
I know.
The gigs kind of slowed down.
They did slow down only because I did find out I was pregnant. Like before I got married. No, nigga. Like before I got married, I felt like
that's not acceptable in the congregation. You did. Idiot. I did go to the wedding, and it did happen very fast.
By the way,
you were at my wedding. Yeah.
By the way,
what?
You know what? I'm gonna let it slide.
Oh, you didn't get invited?
I didn't. But then I found out afterwards I was supposed to be there.
She was like, I'm engaged, y'all. Then she got a text message. She was like, the wedding is 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now.
The lies we tell.
If you can make it, those can't say I ain't tell you.
Like it did. I feel like it all kind of happened so fast. I do feel like before I was married, while I was engaged before I got married, I do feel like I had like a great opportunity, and I really do hate telling this story because I hate you should have did this, you should have did that. I feel like I get that a lot, but
all
like
right,
literally like you're gonna probably say it, yeah, you might. But like 2 weeks before I got married, I literally got a job offer to work with Tyler Perry, and it was like basically given to me, basically like that job offer. Whoa. And it was crazy because. Like when the number even came through on my phone, it was Atlanta, Georgia. I'm like, who? No. It started with a text message. And it was like, hey, my name is such and such. I'm with Tyler Perry Studios. We're looking for, some help in our AD department. Can you come in for an interview tomorrow? Mind you, I'm literally in my room, like just still planning for my wedding, finishing some stuff up. And I'm like, tomorrow's Friday. Like, how am I going to get there? So I just was just honest with him. I was like, thank you so much for the opportunity, but I'm in Virginia right now. I can't make tomorrow. Wow. So he got quiet and literally called me like 3 minutes later. So when
you might have misread this message.
I don't know if you heard what I said. I said
from Tyler Perry Studios.
Tyler Perry said, "Can you get here tomorrow?"
Like literally. Right. So when he called me, and he was so sweet, and he was just like, "Hey, yeah, we got your resume," and it was one of those things where he's like, "So yeah, we just have a lot of stuff coming up." I honestly think that they were about to start the Oval and like Sisters, like that was right before that was about to like start up. And he was like, we just got a lot of shows we got coming up. We move really, really fast. We go through like 100 and something pages in a day and da-da-da-da-da.
That's true.
I'm like, oh my God. And he was just like, yeah, so we're just trying to fill these positions up really fast. So, you know what? You told me you're from Virginia, right? I say, yeah, I can't come tomorrow, but maybe next week or something. Right. I don't know. He said, you know what? Don't even worry about coming for an interview. Can you just start on this date? Ooh. And literally, I was just like, oh my God. So like what?
You had just got married or you were planning your wedding?
No, I was still planning. It was 2 weeks out from my wedding.
Like,
and literally,
hey, you got some butter?
Yeah, and literally,
you got some olive oil.
So like literally, like when he needed me to start, because he wanted me to come in like a date in July. My wedding was August 2nd.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, oh my God, I'm still planning. I've still got so much going on. I was like, oh, okay, so what you need me to do? Like what position? Of course, the AD department. He's like, so what can you do? Like what are you good at?
Put it right back on you.
Like literally, but this is what he's saying. Like anything you're doing in the AD department that you feel like you're good at, boom, you got it. Just come on. That's what that was. Like, so what can you do? Like, I'm like, I do casting, I do AD, like whatever you need. He said, okay, cool. When he threw it back at me, it was just like a shocker because I felt like, man, God, you giving me a position right in my hands. Like it's laid out for me, but it's like it's such the kind of the worst time a little bit because it's like, I'm literally spending all the money that I have right now just to finish this wedding out. You know what I mean? Because mind you, yeah, they're offering me the job, but they're not providing lounging and transportation. That is like,
works out.
Yeah, like
you sometimes
you just gotta go.
You got a car, right?
All you need is an opportunity.
You got you got the little thing to recline.
It's crazy. So it's like
I'm sleeping on the wheel.
And y'all, it's so crazy, y'all, because of the fact that
I'm brushing my teeth with the little windshield wiper fluid.
Get a water bottle.
I'm using gas. I'm getting it out.
You are idiots. I don't know. I just feel like and I think it was just so crazy because he was just so patient with me. Because even when I said, "Can I just give you a call back?"
I think that intrigued him to hear somebody to be like, "Oh, this is a great opportunity, but I got to get married." And
because honestly, if you think about it, the way they move,
he was like, "She's funny. Yeah, I like her." She
said, "Y'all heard her? She said she got to get married."
She got to get. She said, "I don't." You heard that, Tyler? She said she doesn't have time for you.
So how about she said she getting married?
Now you know what?
They kept bringing it up. Remember that girl last week?
No.
She said she was getting married.
You know what's crazy? Once he talked to actually the head of the AD department, he was like, "Well, let me talk to him." Blah blah blah. Because I told him, I said, "Let me give you a call back." And he literally waited for me like all through the night to the next morning. Because when we talked, it was like 3 in the afternoon. And literally he waited for me. I texted him. I was like, "So are y'all providing lounging?" He was just like, "No, we don't provide it." I said, "Well, how long do you think I'll be down there?" He was like, "At least to Thanksgiving." So they were paying for nothing. So they basically, you had to pretty much be from Atlanta, pretty much, if you wanted the gig, or if you were just willing to travel and stay there.
Right.
But for me,
that's tough though.
I call her my mentor because I met her in LA through a program that I did. And honestly, she's the one that really got me into a lot of the connections with the people from like Tyler Perry and stuff like that. Because like her best friend is the president of Tyler Perry Studios. Like literally. So when that opportunity came, I did feel like it's because of the connections that I may have had with her. So I felt bad to feel like I was even in that position to feel like I'm not even saying yes. You know, knowing that that's the main job that I've been wanting all this time.
Right.
But when I called her and told her, I'm like, man, I just got for a job. But, you know, at that time I told her I didn't take it. But honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. The moment that I was going to tell him yes, because I did wait all night and he waited for me. The moment I was going to text him and tell him yes, he texted me first. Was like, "Hey, you know, I spoke to the head of the AD department. They're going to keep your resume on file. So, you know, whenever you're in Atlanta, just hit me up, blah, blah, blah."
Right.
And I was like, dang.
You were going to say yes?
I was.
Okay.
I was going to say yes. And
had you talking to PK at this point? Or is he still
honestly,
out of it?
You know what? The crazy part about it is...
first.
I mean, he would have been, but I mean, I was with my parents. So, like, they was like
facts.
the automatic, like, go-to people at the time. So when I
you ain't ever talked to him about it, have you?
He's hearing about it right now for the first time, as a matter of fact.
He knows.
So there was an unseen kiss. And she was about to leave you.
Hey, I got the file for you.
But it was for Tyler Perry though.
I got the movie. We will send you the movie, sir.
It's one of them things to where even after I talked to my mentor, she actually gave me that comfort to be like, it's okay, because she told me, she was like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. It'll come back around. Believe me. Don't ever think that, you know, a missed opportunity won't come back around. But she was like, honestly, if you would have went, you wouldn't have been able to be focused whatsoever.
I mean, they got houses in Portsmouth. Y'all could have just went down to the courthouse.
You know what?
true.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. He was very big on like just doing something small and just having this big elaborate
wanted to have
like
the-
honeymoon.
I
And I'm
told
like,
you
no.
so many times this is a great dude. Yo, hold on. Can we just give him?
I told you I went to the wedding and it was extravagant.
So now I'm married. I get another opportunity to work with Tyler Perry, which I did for his grand opening. So I went there in October.
Okay.
So I get there, I'm meeting people. It's like the most amazing experience because everybody that you probably think of was there as far as celebrities, black celebrities, if anything, literally were there. And then I got another opportunity to work with Revolt in LA. That's when I was in LA, I think I was like pregnant and I didn't know it. Because when I came back, it was just like the way my body was feeling and things that was going on, like something isn't right. But literally after that, it was like my last big
You were like,
gig.
these LA chicken wings is different from the Virginia chicken wings.
Honestly, I stayed with one of my friends and I was so hot. Like literally to the point I said, girl, take me to Target and we're going to buy a fan. Like I'm burning up in here.
If you make the executive decision to literally go buy a fan, like that's a different heat right there.
No, I was literally in her bed, like me and her lady. I'm like, yo, it's so hot in here. I'm not even
Yo, just
funny.
imagine
Like,
being
let's go to
like,
Target.
Yo, let's go get a fan.
She was like, the thermostat says 55.
Yo, let's go get a fan.
She got the window up, and you know that LA heat is different, man. I'm like, hold up,
Let's
bruh.
go get a
I'm
fan.
about
Is
to
the
pass
craziest
out.
line.
Like, and it's all hot, and your nose get all congested. I'm like, yo, I need a fan. I got to get out of here. So literally after that, yes, like life for me changed because now I'm pregnant.
Wow.
And literally things are like slowing down.
Let's go get a fan.
Wow.
Shut
So
up,
you're like, so you're in the
Jam.
middle of,
Pregnancy.
so you got to do the marriage.
Yeah.
And then the big opportunity came around again.
Yes, another opportunity came, but this was after my first child.
Oh, okay.
But even after
Gotcha.
I had my first child, I started doing like little stuff, little freelance stuff here and there. But I just felt like when the next opportunity did come around, and it was with Tyler Perry again, I was pregnant. And that's when I was pregnant again with my second child.
Oh, wow.
So, and I was like pregnant. So it was like,
But he has pregnant women in his. Oh, those are just
Those are fake?
Those are fake?
You're an idiot. But this was like but this wasn't like on set like how it was with the first opportunity. This was like, more so in the office type of situation.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
I'm like
knocking papers over.
yeah, I know what I'm saying. With my stomach. And I'm like, because she's yet again hitting me up with another
I got
opportunity.
a fan in here.
Y'all ain't got no.
It's hot. And I'm like, it's yet again another opportunity. But I don't know who it's from because she never says. It's just like, oh, they're looking for somebody. I'm like,
Right.
well, who is this for? And she was like, oh, this was with Tyler Perry. Well, yeah. I honestly feel like I really am at a phase where I have to do what works best for me in my situation. Like right now, if I do get another opportunity, and like I do have a great husband, he's like, you know what? You have definitely missed some great opportunities, and I feel like it's because of me. Like literally, he does. He feel like I feel like it's because of me. So the next opportunity that comes, like go, like for real, like because he's very supportive, regardless, because he know what my dreams are, regardless of like where his life is, which is pretty much here.
Right.
But he's like, at the end of the day, I know what your dreams are. So if you get another one, just go. But I'm not gonna lie, it's harder to just say yes now when I have two little kids. My kids are literally still babies. They're they're like two kids that are still in diapers. So me leaving right now, I would most likely have separation anxiety.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like I want to be around my babies. Like, are they okay? Like, did they fall? Did they hurt themselves? Like, it's one of them situations. So I feel like now, if
this is crazy for me. I mean, because life happens so fast.
Yeah,
it does.
And like you were in it.
Man,
for real.
I felt like I was at the peak.
You were there. And then I'm like seeing her on Facebook taking pictures with all these celebs and working and putting her name out there. And now, like, I still follow you on social media.
But it's like, it's a halt, right?
Right. And I will say, like, you know how, because people be posting pictures and videos of their kids. I will say, like, the videos of her kids, she be doing the over-the-shoulder shot.
Oh, she gonna get her film
She got the best. She got the best videos.
I see the technique.
She be making them do it over and over again.
Literally,
like slide down that
honestly,
slide
yes.
again. I'm gonna do it from this angle. I'm gonna do it from this
Honestly,
angle.
I have a husband that's literally like that too. He like has that eye. Like he's like, okay, well let's do it like this. Like he's like in it with me like that too. But that's why I said I feel like I have to do what works for me.
Right.
With like my situation, because now I'm a mom with 2 kids.
Right.
So what does a mom with 2 kids do? I have to improvise with what I have.
But
you know what I mean?
But what I was gonna say is like you got the opportunities, and it's like now you have a family.
I know.
But it don't even seem like you're regretting it. To me, it sounds like
honestly, I feel like if I would got my foot in the door, then I could possibly right now living like my dream of working with the person that I've always wanted to work with. But like I said, with the situation that I was in. Anybody would be like, girl, please, you can get married anytime, da 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 da. But you wasn't in my shoes to where I literally had everything already paid for. I'm literally like at the end, finishing paying off my stuff. So now I have to put everything at a halt and try to figure out how to like reverse everything and find a new date. When a lot of times when you're getting married, them dates be gone. Especially the dates that you want. Like, who knows when I would have really gotten married again. You know what I mean? So it's one of those woulda, coulda, shouldas type of situations. That's why it's like I have to like be very prayerful like with like my next steps because of like my situations, because opportunity could arise back again. So if it arises back again, am I going to be in a better position to say, okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go? Are my kids going to be a little bit older? You know, am I going to be more okay to say, okay, I can leave them here because I have a good foundation of parents and grandparents here. Like they're in a good, safe space to be without me. But I think about my mental, because now I did carry 2 kids, and now me being in Atlanta it's only 8 hours away, but that's 8 hours of you not seeing your kids, and they have to travel and everything like that. So it's a lot of like trying to figure out
she
some
like
stuff.
wake up in the middle of the night like she be on set like with Tyler. She's like, Tyler, how was that? She wake up, Mama, I want some cereal.
Like seriously. And I know people be like, well, tell your husband come with you, bring your kids. And that's what a lot of people would say too, but people don't understand, like, if his life is here and he goes to me with Atlanta, it's like he's starting all over trying to figure out what he wants to do. And you know, with him, I'm not going to put him in that situation if he doesn't have to be. You know what I mean? If this is his life, this is what he make his money, and this is what he provides for his family, then he's here. And if I have to be away for a little bit.
But they got churches in Atlanta.
His dad church.
They got
his dad church, but
they don't got
plenty.
They got churches down there.
Of course, but it's not his dad's church. Like that's where he said, okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm be committed to at least help my dad. And that's what he's been doing for years, like making sure his dad's been good with the ministry, and that's what he does. So I don't know. That's why I said with me, it's like I'm in a phase of trying to honestly rebrand myself. Like
you actually just mentioned something I was thinking. You're talking about rebranding.
Yeah.
And since we are in this age of just social media and being able to just create and truly be whoever you want to be at home and not needing anyone backing you or supporting you to do that. Have you ever thought of like pursuing things through those means?
Yeah, definitely. I told myself, because back in 2017, I was like really big on like YouTube, and like I had my own page, and like when I say I was putting out like acting videos and stuff like that, like I was in it, and I literally told my mom, I said, why did I stop? Like, and I felt like I kind of stopped at a point to where right before I got engaged. And instead of like keeping it going and blogging it, just showing all of my experience, I feel like I went through so much from that point on. Like even when I went to LA, I stopped blogging even before I went to LA with my program. When I went to Miami for ABFF, you know, all of that stuff. It's like I stopped all of that. And I felt like if I would have kept going, like the amount of followers I could have had, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so much. But I feel like at this rebranding stage that I'm at, I feel like I do want to start something back up. Like I have to find myself again. I have to find my niche to where it's just like, well, what am I to do? You know what I'm saying? What do I like to do? You know what I'm saying? So I am at the point where I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna start back my YouTube page up. I think I'm gonna do some dope content where I'm like being in front of the camera, like starting somewhere. So I do want to like get there.
A project I would like to pitch.
Okay. Ooh. I like this.
Can we do an exercise? I'll give you the title and you tell me
what is
how you see it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A film called It's Hot, Let's Go Buy a Fan. Based on true events.
Right. Based on inspired by
true events. Mm-hmm. How do you see that playing out?
This is what we used to do in school.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're back in class.
Let's have a creative meeting in live so they can see
That's right.
the magic, like how this is how movies create.
You usually have to pay for this stuff.
Yeah. This is like a master class with Deonna. And it's like she got an MFA in directing. So right now the title is called It's Hot. Let's go buy a fan.
That's a long title.
So what genre are we thinking?
It sounds like straight comedy.
Okay.
I was thinking horror, but we can play.
I was thinking comedy.
What about who's our protagonist?
Yep.
Our protagonist.
The fan?
The fan?
The fan?
Is the fan the protagonist?
Antagonist is the heat.
We'll come back to it.
The heat. That's who the antagonist is. The heat.
The heat is definitely
the heat is the antagonist.
There's no question.
Right.
Not at all.
That's
it's dangerous.
Okay. That's
it's coming
final.
to kill you.
I think it has potential, but we could.
Yeah, we can keep working on it. We can keep working on this.
We can build on it.
What's your next pitch? Because that was terrible. What's the next one?
Yeah, you got another one?
I thought it was good.
How about I tell you about a fictional story?
Okay.
You know, because I don't like stuff based on real life. I like.
Let's make it
really?
up.
No, I don't.
I love stuff based on real life.
I love like things that are just like you can't even imagine it happening. Mm-hmm. So I'll pitch a short story to you, and you come up with the title.
Okay.
Foolishness.
So imagine the protagonist is just like at rock bottom. They work their way all the way to the top. Mm-hmm. They're just like a hard worker. They're like blood, sweat, and tears trying to accomplish a goal. They reach the goal. They're like right there. And in the third act, they're just like, nah, not for me.
I got this.
He's talking about me.
Let's call it.
He want to do everything fictional. This is not.
It's like you can't even imagine this would happen. It's like the audience would be like,
why?
She let it go. I mean, the protagonist let it go that easy.
If this
a true story.
was actually made,
right?
Am I in bounds when I say we should call it? I said no to Tyler Perry.
Y'all forget all of y'all in
I
here.
said no. I said no to Medea.
Deonna, double entendre. Why did I get married?
Why did I get married?
You earned.
Before the job, because you should have. We wanted you to get married.
But again, this is fictional.
This is none of this.
Oh, really?
None of this could ever happen.
Real life.
Sounds so familiar.
Good stuff.
But any message? What would you, having gone on this journey from, this dusty dancer at a HBCU to walking red carpets with Tyler Perry?
Not the dusty dancer. You tried it.
We went from dancing to fans to models to marriage
to marriage.
motherhood.
This sounds like a biopic. I think you're ready for your biopic.
I'm seeing it.
I'm seeing
I'm
this.
so weak.
From modeling breast to breastfeeding. Now that you have kids, you still want to pursue your dreams or have that creative fulfillment. I mean, you're a talented filmmaker. Yeah. We make a lot of jokes. Yeah. I mean, you're an amazing storyteller. Mm-hmm. I've witnessed it. So it's like, how can you get back to that from where you are now?
Kind of like taking it step by step, day by day, to honestly get back to that point. And like I said, I think a lot of what I want to do is not even here. You know what I'm saying? It's not in like Virginia at all. So it's one of them things where it's like, should I wait for my kids to get a little bit older so I can take them with me?
So it's something that's on hold.
Exactly. And that's why I feel like
you're kind of scared. You're kind of worried.
It is like a worration to a sense, because it's like when you are a mom, you do get attached like really quick to your kids, like really, really quick. And it's like, you don't leave your kids with just anybody. You know
Pretty soon you're going to be putting them in acting classes. And in
definitely. Like, I got beautiful
classes.
Kids. So, like, I definitely plan to do that.
You know how you said that you put stuff on hold because you feel like the opportunities that you really want to maximize are elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You can still work, those muscles and don't let them die here, though.
Right.
Like, you could do small projects and stuff like that.
And I think that's what Guru was trying to say, you know what I mean? And he's absolutely right, because that's what I was honestly, like, getting with my husband and telling him about. Like, I just want to do something to where I'm still, like, spinning my wheels. I'm still doing something or whatever. So, like, me, honestly, getting back on YouTube and, like, recording myself and editing and doing all this stuff is, like, I'm really putting my foot back to the plow and doing kind of, like, starting myself up again. Even though it's not necessarily what is, like, the dream. Right. But I'm doing what I need to do with what's, with my situation. But yeah, I feel like it's just all in, like, a rebranding phase for me. You know what I mean? Until I get to that point to where I'm okay with having kids at that certain age right now. So, I mean, who's to say Atlanta is not really for me? Who's to say it's not somewhere else? Who's to say, like, what I do isn't here? I just don't know. That's why I say I've been so prayerful about my next steps.
You hear a lot of success stories of people who had families and kids, and you said that you do have a supportive husband.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say, yes, like you said, stick with it. And it's like, be ready when you are ready to jump back into it. Because it might, if you don't, then the opportunity might come and you might get scared because you're like, man, I kind of
done this in so long.
Exactly.
If we take 2 weeks off from podcasting, I'll be honest, I'm in the mirror like.
It really, really does.
We are taking resumes, by the way, for
who we're replacing.
We didn't want to tell you on air.
So yeah, I mean, there's a spot open if you wanna. You can.
I'm about to say, y'all show the new heights.
I'm not gonna say who's leaving, but follow my eyes.
To new heights. Taking it to new heights.
There you go. You said you had a dream of hosting. I don't
know. You would be good on the pod.
I think you would.
All right, I'm gonna be quiet for a second, and I'm gonna let y'all two take us out. But before we go, let's give her a round of applause for coming on today. So we're gonna take her from guest to an audition.
Yes.
To take my place. So I'll do what I say or how I close it out, and then you do it your way, and we'll see.
Because that was
comment in the comment sections.
Battle with the
could
outros.
Y'all see this without me?
Okay.
But we appreciate y'all for joining us another episode. Continue to like and subscribe. And we got a lot more great stuff for them this year. Let me take that back. I'm messing up. I'm getting nervous. My job's on the line.
Don't worry about it.
All right, you go. Go ahead.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed this fun-filled, packed moment with all of us sitting right here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We trying to get that 1K, y'all. So make sure you come back for next podcast.
I like that. She had me hyped.
That was one take.
That was pretty good.
Hey, buddy, how fast can you clean up?
I'll just get the heck on. I'm taking my candle.
Leave everything. Take everything but the mic, sir.
This comes with me.
So please put in the comments who you want to see be the next host.
This is coming with me.
Me and Drew.
This sign is coming. The hoop is coming with me.
I was about to say, I paid for that.
Now y'all can't say y'all got a sign in a hoop no more.
This started as a joke, but hey,
that's my hoop too.
This is coming.
That's
with
my
me.
painting.
You can take.
What did you contribute to this podcast,
Mr. Franklin? Is
yeah, that is your book,
Mr. Franklin.
All right, well, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks again for being on.
I'll help you, buddy.
All right, this is my last episode. Unless y'all comment in the comment section that
those 1 or 2 on your trip.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Jay with the jokes, funny guy. Drew with the blah blah, telling crazy stories for a lifetime. Kemp got the wisdom for him, like nothing's ever that serious. And if you don't listen, then you're delirious.
Bro, you can't say that. Why not? Because we're live. I just said nothing's ever that serious.